It's the Billy Revolution. It's up to you. Billy Revolution is what you gotta do. The Billy Revolution, a quadrilateral grow under your chin, not in the center though, 'cause it's the Billy Revolution. It's the Billy Revolution. It's the Billy Revolution. Billy Revolution. Welcome to the Billy Revolution. It's nice to be back here in these unprecedented times. This week we want to take a look at the notion of slim pickings. Now, the notion of slim pickings is often a notion of it is always a notion of not having very many options. So having slim pickings. Now, in our pandemic, don't touch your face. In our pandemic world that we're living in right now, we have slim pickings in a way because it is hard for us to engage socially. It is hard for us to connect with one another. And therefore, what we're choosing to do is we're choosing to connect more through internet. Many of us, maybe not all of us, but the vast majority of us. And we're lauding that we can do this, that we can look at concerts, we can look at plays, we can look at movies, and we think, isn't this wonderful? Aren't we lucky to be living in a time where this sort of technology is available? And the idea of slim pickings is that we are lucky because we're living in a pandemic. So it's not that the screen is a good thing, it's that following the dictate of slim pickings, it's better than nothing. And I think that what we want to think about during this time where we may be even using our screens more than we were before, we may even be becoming more and more addicted to the distraction they offer. I think what we want to think about is do we want to build a life on slim pickings? Do we want to lead a life with taking the best of the worst? And I think that if we really think about that and we think about the ways that we can really interact and really make meaning for our lives, that the screen isn't the option for us. I think the other problem with using the screen is that it limits our ability to be meaning makers. And so embracing the technology and thinking how lucky we are makes us forget that really what we're doing is we are reducing our chance at leading a full life. We're reducing it by limiting so many of the important experiences that we can have. And as more and more of us do that, of course, those experiences are less valuable. Two people who've been glued to a screen for 15 hours, getting together to talk, are not necessarily in the headspace where that connection, that meaningful connection, that one-on-one face connection is going to be something that's going to reverberate with meaning. So it is a cycle that feeds itself until we really are all only good for sitting in front of a screen and taking whatever the corporations want to feed us in. So I hope everyone has a great week. I know that the social distancing is hard on a lot of us. I know that maybe you're bored enough now to even start looking at some of the old Billy Revolution shows, some of the episodes. Have a great week, and we'll look into something more fun and lighthearted next week. Bye-bye. You and I are quite alike. You drove your car, baby. I brought my bike. You know that it is such a funny game when we pretend we're just the same. Taking this pandemic business very seriously. Darlene is washing her hands. She's wearing a mask when she goes out in public. She's doing all of her shopping at one time each week so that she's not out too much, not contaminating other people. Jared is not visiting his grandmother like he never bothered doing before the pandemic. It's the Billy Revolution. It's up to you. Billy Revolution. Here's what you gotta do. The Billy Revolution. A quadrilateral grow under your chin, not in the center though, 'cause it's the Billy Revolution. It's the Billy Revolution. It's the Billy Revolution.